This is JMT Art Style 28 or 29. One of the two. So on today's episode of JMT's Art Style, I'm showing you this piece right here. Now this piece right here, and I hope that you can see this. And maybe I needed a better angle than this, but we're gonna go ahead and go with this right here. Now this is a picture of a pair of hands, all right? Now, this has history to it, just like my last one, the abstract aspect. God, I'm probably saying that wrong anyways. But anyways, these are the hands, and the history of this piece right here is similar to my hypothesis where the other one came from. Now, some people were moving out and they left this behind and said, hey, if you want that, you can have it. Otherwise, we're just gonna chunk it. So I said, yeah. I took a bunch of the art that their son had did and left it there and left it behind or whatever. So, you know, he was an artist and he's got like so much and he just left it behind. But he didn't think nothing of this. And once again, how do I know? In the last video, I said the left right-hand corner. In the lower right-hand corner, if an artist has any pride about it, if he's like, yeah, this is the shit, you'll see his or her name in the lower right-hand corner. But once again, we have another piece with no name. So it's like a great piece that the artist really didn't think anything of, you know, or maybe they were practicing on it and thought it could have been better. It's like, you know, put it down like, you know, a piece of scratch paper or whatever. But this right here, to me, is a very nice piece. It's the hands. And the hands are doing this right here. Like one hand is massaging the other, letting you know that it's a pair of working hands. The stress that's in the hands, releasing the stress that's in the hands. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this is a picture of, a painting of, I should say. You know, a pair of hands being massaged from all of the stress, the hard work, you know, the daily labor, or you never know what's going on, you know, stress, hard work, daily labor, or training, you know, the stress of life due to life itself, the life and all its facets that go with being on the earth and being of the living, alive, going through stress or whatnot. It's the massaging of the hands, and that's what that is. You know, it is brilliant. You know, you can look at different pieces of art and retrieve an idea of what you want to do based off of it, you know. So I believe that I did look at this and something came to mind. It gave me an idea of something. Hang on for a second. I do believe that I did do something based off of that. Let's see here. I do believe that I did. Let's see. I did do something based off of that. Just came to mind. Just came to my mind. Oh God, oh, come on. Oh, shit. Well, I done fucked up. What? Okay. Where we at? Alright, so that's, where the fuck are we at? We are right there. Alright, We are only 5 minutes in. That's good. That's great. That's wonderful. All right. So, in fact, so I mentioned you could look at this or any piece of art and get an idea and take and borrow from it and make your own piece of art. So I guess I did look at this one day and I started doing my art. So this right here is, and I'm gonna bring it closer to you. This is a piece of Hamato Yoshi. I did Hamato Yoshi. I'm sorry, not Hamato Yoshi. I'm sorry, not Hamato Yoshi, a Rokusaki. Yes, a Rokusaki. This is my piece of a Rokusaki. Now I based it. I based these hands off of this piece right here. Now I know you can't see it. I'm gonna bring it closer. So the hands, when you see Hamato Yoshi's hands, right? I looked at the hands and I based the hands off of this right here. So I'm gonna bring it closer to you and show you. You see the hands. You see the hands right here. Hamato Yoshi's hands. You know, he's like, you know, getting his hands ready. He may have just whooped somebody's ass, you know, but now he's getting his hands, he's massaging his hands because he's not done whooping ass. He's got a lot more ass to kick. So he's massaging his hands and getting his hands ready for some more ass kicking, you know. That is the piece that I made. Now, the hands, I based it off of this right here. So it gave me an idea. So I was here looking at my idea, you know, and it gave me that idea to do this piece right here with the hands. So that's just one example how you could look at art and, you know, get an idea and start doing your own thing with it. All throughout history, people have done that. People have taken Picasso, pieces from Picasso, and done their own thing. Artists, you know, they look at other artists that's great, and then they borrow a little bit, and then they do their own thing with it. So in a way, you can say that's what makes art universal, you know, in its own way. So, yeah, so, and this also says, let me see. It also says, and I've shown this in other videos, but it also says, only discipline and loyalty earn the right to wear the dragon dochi. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Only discipline and loyalty earn the right to wear the dragon dochi. It is so true. You know, get a hold to some sort of standard of your own, right? Whatever your standard is, stick to it. You know, people who are around your circle, make them have the discipline and the loyalty to earn your trust, to earn your love, to earn your respect. Because, hey, in this life, we're learning that there is no respect, there is no love, there is no loyalty. A damn dog got more loyalty than a human being does, and that right there is so sickening. That's the sick part about this world. And there I've gone and tied all of that into art. You know, the expression of art. You know, just that alone, it makes you. You know, it's like thinking about that. It's like, you know, let's massage our hand while we think about that. Damn it. You know, all of that is pulling all of this work towards us, you know. So, you know, discipline, loyalty earns your right to trust, discipline, loyalty, earns your right to love, and so on and so forth. So, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Bob. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Because if you're not setting people to those standards, then you're going to find out that there is no loyalty. There's no love. There's no trust. There is no nothing. So, set your standards and have people in your circle meet them. If they're not interested in them, well, then, hey, life goes on, when you get further down the road, you're gonna wish that you did put those to the test. Yeah. All right, man. This is a good JMT art style. All right. So I'm not done with showing you all the art that I have on my wall. Different times I will show you different pieces that I have. So to make up a video, you can never have too many videos. Video after fucking video after fucking video. So yeah. So where are we? We are 11 minutes in. So what to talk to you about? So art. I mentioned that art was universal, and it is, because art is therapeutic. You can definitely get caught red-handed showing feelings of an almost human nature in your art. You make art that's so revealing, making people say, there's a big talk about what is art and what's not. This is attractive. This is not. This should be in the museum and this should not. Let me tell you, man, I've been to the museums and seen art that, in my opinion, it's like, okay, well, this piece wasn't finished, but yet it was deemed okay to be in the museum. So it's like, wow, So never think that your art ain't good enough, because there's art that, in my opinion, that they clearly wasn't finished, or just like it was so simple, something so simple like there's literally art out there where it's just one color and then another color. Somebody deemed it art and hung it up on the wall, and it made art. It made the museum. It deemed it good enough to be in the museum. So never think that anything you do is not good enough, because to one person it might suck. To another people or a group of people, like, hey, it's actually creative in its own way, and it's worth a lot of money. So yeah. So there it is, man. There it is. You have it. It is the JMT Art Style 28 or 29. I don't know. I will look and see and put it in the caption. And in the words of the late Jerry Springer, you take care of yourselves and each other.